Righty ho, we're just finishing an expeditious descent due to VNAV problems, mainly with ill-defined constraints. The aircraft thinks, oh, be above 6,000 at this altitude means I can be at 23,000 at that altitude, which is absolutely not the case. We're just coming down into Elven. We've got quite a big bit of turbulence actually. Wind-wise, we're looking at 060 at 5, 360 to 080, so maybe 35 would be the better approach to make, but we would still be about 70 knots crosswind, and it's only 5 knots, so I'm going to make a nice visual approach to runway 17 at Inverness, which will be hopefully quite interesting. We've got terrible performance today. I don't know what is going on. I think it might well be the something's up with it basically. We've got about 5 frames per second apparently. Holds R, that'll tell us 13 frames per second. Absolutely dire basically. Why are we only using 27% of the CPU? Well, that's just no good, is it? Let's go to general options. I'm going to go into performance, and I'm basically going to set this terrain level of detail to 150 again. Let's see if that makes a difference. Not really. Yeah, it's made a bit of an improvement to the frames per second, but not much else. Okay, so with our levelling off, I'm going to add all the lights in now. And the passenger signs there too. Performance wise, have we got an approach space set up? We do, 1503. It's fine, we'll just leave it at that. So now all of a sudden we're 6,000 below, but we need to be at 6,000 at Reimer. And you can see why here. I'm going to put flaps 1. And we're looking for a visual approach. The runway is down there, actually, you can just about see it there. So what we're going to do is come around this ford here into the valley and make a nice landing. This is now, the visual approach charts are available on ChartFox, so let's have a look at those. So you can see here I've got, basically this is a valley that's on our right. We've got Ramsund down there, and then following it around we've got the bay here. This at 2,000 feet we can do an orbit left hand, but what we're going to do is basically kind of come around here and then down onto that. Looks like it'll be okay, so let's turn that chart off as I keep forgetting to do. Flaps 2 in now, I'm going to ask for 160 knots. Flaps 3. I'm really wondering why this is so bad, and I don't think it is the Google Maps mod. But it might be, I hope not. Because I quite like it, you know, I don't want to have to get rid of it. Descend now. I'm going to start a complete visual approach now. So, start making my way down. We're always over there, it's visual, so that's okay. Just come through these low hanging clouds basically. Flight directors off. So this is supposed to be 2,000 or below this little channel here, so I'm going to try and descend into that. Give it 1,000 feet per minute. Well, I'm not actually sure where the runway is. It's somewhere over there basically. So we're kind of configured for landing. We just need to drop the landing gear down. I'm wondering if there is. So there is the actual runway there. You got the airport on the left there. So if we just keep this coming solidly down, we're going to aim for the fjord, get below the altitude of the clouds so we can actually keep visual. This is the nearest airport to Lofoten, which is somewhere over there, the Lofoten Peninsula. So coming down at 1100 feet per minute now, below 5,000 nicely. I'll do a left turn now just to extend that downward slightly. Just 20 degrees bank. Let's level that off. We've got the sea ending here, so this is the ocean. There's Evanes. Lovely, lovely, lovely mountains. We're at 4,000 feet now. And the landing elevation is 100 feet, so that means we have got a full approach to be doing. The wind is quite blustery. Let's make a visual. What's this waypoint here? Looks like a nice church that we could use as a visual reference point. We've got the shoreline and then we've got the runway. So let's use the church first. I'm going to follow the shoreline now. We've got about 6 miles to go. Just going to keep that nice steep descent going. Okay, there's the runway now, runway in sight. Gear going down. Which way we use medium. Cabin warned.
2,500.
Avoid this terrain here, so we might actually have to stay a bit higher now. Nicely set up now for about 5-mile final. Spoilers on, flaps full, cabin ready, gear down and on. Let's do some checklists. So approach is complete. And landing checklist is also complete. There you go, we've got the PAPI lights are a bit low actually, so pulling up slightly to counter that. See that we kind of pick up an extra PAPI light would be nice.
$1,000.
Looking groovy. Final turn now, let's increase down to 700 feet per minute as we just caught the second PAPI light. Gear is down. That's the outer marker. Got a slight tailwind component, but not much.
100 above.
To you.
Minimum.
You can see there's a slightly steeper approach here because there is a bit of terrain underneath us. It's probably going to be
500.
about 3.6 degrees. So we've got 800 feet per minute, hasn't been cutting it, so 900 then.
400
to 1,000, looking good.
400.
Just working on the visuals now, just looking straight at it. But it is a steeper descent glide path for sure.
400.
Even if only marginally. Okay, money a little bit too high.
300.
So we'll push it back down. Okay, back on track.
200. 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Touchdown. The reverses. Reverses off, and you're braking, and we're going to vacate to the next left. Nice Norwegian spruce everywhere. Looks like there's a taxiway leading to here, so I'm going to take that as a gate. Turn all the things off. No external power, so I'm assuming not actually a gate. No, nothing, so definitely not a gate. This is just an end of a taxiway. Which makes no sense, but that's typical Microsoft for you. Landing rate was... we're way up north. 86 feet per minute, very nice. We are really far north now by Narvik in the north of Norway. Evanes, Harstad, Narvik.